Next Permutation Solution explained in steps. So welcome to Java Programming channel. Problem in one line code. So let me quickly give you a brief overview, but I have detailedly explained this problem. This is a tricky one. If you don't understand the problem, please see the previous video. I have given a thorough explanation of the problem itself. Given an array of nums, rearrange it to the next lexicographically greater permutation. If it doesn't exist, then return the smallest ascending. Solution approach. So core idea is that we have three-step approach. First step is you go find your left pointer, which is you move the first pivot point, move from right to left, find I, which where your nums of I is less than nums of I plus 1. So find your left pointer and then from right find the index j where nums of j is greater than nums of I, and then swap the number at I and j, and then reverse the suffix, reverse the part from I plus 1 to n minus 1. If there are more number of digits, if only 3 elements are there, then this is not applicable. But yeah, we can have more than 3 elements in an array. So understanding the first step, which is find the pivot, right? So you need to know what is n. N is equal to nums dot length and then nums of I plus 1, I is equal to n minus 2, and while I greater than 0, because I'm going to be decrementing it in the while loop, right? And then nums of I is greater than or equal to I plus 1. The element next to it should be bigger. And then find the next generate greater element, which how you will do next greater element from the right side. That's the right pointer, right? We need to find, you already know a pivot exists, and now you find the next greater element on the right and then swap it. So if I greater than or equal to 0 and j is equal to n minus 1, which is the, say 3 elements are there, 3 minus 1 is 2, so it will be pointing to 2, and while j greater than or equal to 0, and that's also because I'm decrementing it in the while loop, nums of j should be less than or equal to nums of I. Otherwise, you're going to be, if this condition is true, then I'm going to decrement it and then finally swap I and jth element. So reverse method is explained here. Then we reverse, from I plus 1 to n minus 1, and then swap method is explained here, where you have a temporary variable, put that nums of I to that, and nums of I will have nums of j will have the temp. So it's very easy. So that's pretty much how it is done. So now let's go to the leetcode and understand this problem. The same thing explanation, and this got accepted, submitted. So how did I go about doing it? First, n is equal to nums dot length, the same thing that I explained, and left is equal to n minus 2, and if left is greater than or equal to 0, that is the left pointer. Inside I'm decrementing the left pointer, so I have to always make sure it's greater than or equal to 0, so I don't run into negative ones, and pointer will be giving me array out of bounds exception. And nums of left should be greater than or equal to nums of left plus 1, which is the element next to it, right? And you have to check if left is greater than or equal to 0 and j is equal to n minus 1 while loop, we are finding the right pointer. So for that, j should be greater than or equal to 0 is 1, because I'm decrementing the jth pointer, and number of j should be less than or equal to number in the left array, left pointer. So finally I'm going to swap it and reverse those which are from left plus 1 to n minus 1 and plus n minus 1, and then this is swap method implementation and reverse. So that's pretty much about it. I've already explained the solution in steps, so hope that was helpful. Please do subscribe to my channel. Also comment as to where you're watching this video from. If there are any more questions I can solve for you, I'll be happy to help. Thank you and have a nice day.